Welcome back to Flying Wrench Garage. Today we're going to get started working on the trike here. We've got plenty of parts that we can work on it. All kinds of doodads and wiring and stereo boom booms. And we got one of the major components that we needed in order to get this bike back on the road. We got the fairing stay. So what we're going to do is get started on this. We're going to get the trailer wiring sorted out so that we can get that off the jack stands, move it out into the garage so we can get all the way around it and work. It's already up in the air over to that side, so I figure that's probably going to be the best place to start. Let's get at it. Picked up a K&N filter. Gonna help it breathe a little bit better. It's that filter we took out last week. It had the factory one in it. So it's gonna be better. Couple more things knocked off of our list here. Just routed the battery tender. Air filter is done. Trailer harness is done. Front fender is done. Air filter's bought. Fairing stay came in today, so we can mark that off the list. We have headlight and auxiliary lights here. We'll be going over those later. I'm going to mark those off. Phone mount is done. Phone mount. Getting it knocked down. Oh, let's see here. Amp and subs we have. Looking pretty good. While we're waiting on the fairing to come in, we're going to go ahead and put together our headlight and our auxiliary lights. Headlight was damaged in this, so I had to replace it anyway. On the Vaquero, I put in the LED Daymaker style headlights. These bikes don't come with the ability to do that. There is a company called Engineered Adapters, where the owner of the company, Randy Brewster, has put a lot of time and effort into developing products specifically for the Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 line. He has headlight adapters, auxiliary light adapters, and all kinds of stereo equipment in order to change it out to an aftermarket system. Really like what he does with the company. He just saw that there was a lacking of aftermarket stuff for this, and so he developed this company and developed these products to kind of fill that gap in the product lines. The best thing about his products, right there, made in America. So this is the headlight adapter. These are the adapters for the auxiliary lights. They're pretty easy. He has all of his instructions online, and he also has videos that he's posted to YouTube for you to be able to follow along and do these modifications to your bike yourself. The headlight modification, simple to do, big improvement over factory. So anyway, for the headlight, it comes with this mounting adapter, and it comes with this mounting ring. You can get them in black or chrome. This part is still black because you don't see it, but the trim rings and that are in chrome, depending what you want for the bike. And I went with black on the Vaquero, and this one, it's got a lot more chrome on it, so I'm gonna go with chrome. Comes with springs for the adjusters. Just drop them in like that. And then start putting it together. There we go, we have it all mounted up. This is gonna fit in the bike as if it came from the factory. Great quality product. Now we don't have the fairing right now, so we're not gonna be able to put it in, but this gets it all set up for as soon as we get that fairing, we can put it together, take this thing for a ride. Next, I think we'll go ahead and mount up the auxiliary lights and get those set aside so that when we get that fairing in, we can get that on too. This is what the factory auxiliary lights look like. They just use a standard halogen bulb in them. We're going to put in the Daymaker auxiliary lights. These have the lighted halo, and they also work as a turn signal. So the halo lights in white, when you put your turn signal on, it will change to amber and flash with your turn signal. These also have the demon eyes, so when these aren't on, they will glow red behind this light. When you turn on the light, then they'll shine a bright white. These are pretty much crucial for if you're doing long distance riding and doing riding at night. Real simple to do. We're going to take apart the original factory pods. We're going to use Randy's adapters to put these in, and we'll have them ready to go when that fairing gets here. And there's the finished product on that. Got both of them done. To do the headlight and the auxiliary lights probably took us maybe 20 minutes, if that, to change over. Once we get our fairing, we're going to be able to put these right back in. Well, it's next morning. We're going to tear in to do this fairing stay here. Get this taken out, get this fairing straightened up so that when we get the outer fairing, we can put it back on. Gonna have to get all this wiring out of the way. I'm not sure exactly how to take this apart, so it's gonna take me a little bit of time to figure it out. I've never taken the inner fairing apart before, so let's get at it. That wasn't too bad getting that off. It is definitely bent up, twisted to the side. Of course, taking things apart is always easier than putting it back together and making sure that it's right. All the grommets and fastener hardware on these need to come off and be transferred over to the new one, because the new one is just the metal unit. It doesn't come with any of the nutserts or anything on there. Of course, Kawasaki is just going to charge you for each additional one. So if you're replacing something and you don't have this, you're going to have to replace each individual bolt, nut, and everything. Another product from Engineered Adapters that we're going to put on here is the rear speaker pods. Factory ones from Kawasaki are 5 1/4, and they are discontinued. They are not available anymore. So once again, Randy over at Engineered Adapters has come up with these pods. Now, even better than the factory ones, these fit 6 1/2 speakers. And they're going to go on the tour pack just like this. Now, he has all the instructions on how to install these online, and these also came with written instructions along with a template that I'm going to cut out, put on the inside here, and it's going to let me know exactly where to drill. He's put a lot of work into developing these products, and once again, I'm really happy with them. So we'll get started on this. First, we're going to start with removing the liner for the tour pack. There's 4 clips in it. Mine are missing. One here, 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 and here, and they'll just pull out. These are the templates that he provides. I went ahead and cut them out. It tells you to fold here at these edges here. So just follow instructions. Got them folded just like he shows, and I'm going to use a couple little pieces of blue tape to keep it in position where it needs to go. Just like that. Fits perfectly. Hopefully we don't screw this up. So if we do, then I won't leave this part in. Because Randy provides really good instructions, so I don't want to make it look wrong, but I have a tendency to rush things sometimes and screw things up. I also believe can't really screw things up too bad. You can always fix whatever you do. Okay, now I got them in place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scribe and make little indentations so that I can take a 3/16 drill bit and start a pilot hole on this side. I'm also going to take blue tape and cover this side to protect the paint. My hands shake a lot. Now I misspoke when I said 3/16. What I really meant was 1/16. You're just going to use a tiny drill bit just to start your pilot hole. All right, got those drilled. Now we're going to drill from the other side a 5/16 hole. And yes, I did verify that it says a 5/16 drill bit. All right. Okay, I went ahead and set the provided backing plate in place and installed the 3 supplied bolts for the speaker pods. Okay, there it is with the 3 bolts in. Got them just hand tightened. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side done, because what we're gonna do now is once that's in, we're going to take these bolts back out one at a time and apply just a dot of blue Loctite on each one, on all 6 bolts. Here's what the speaker pods look like. Let's get the other side together. Alright, I had to hog out these holes just a little bit. I did get them to line up. It isn't going to affect it because of the backing plate and the way it sits on there. No fault to the kit. Probably, well, when I drilled one of the holes, it kind of slipped off a little bit. So with one off, it kind of made all 3 of them off just a little bit. So I just had to take the drill bit and hog them out just a little. And we'll start pulling the bolts back out, get some Loctite on them, and then we'll get some speakers in. Alright, well, got them on there, and the lid operates just like it should. No clearance issues, no problems there. Not a big deal that I screwed it up. Remember, screwing up doesn't make you a bad mechanic. Being able to cover it up makes you a good mechanic. So now on each of the holes here, we're going to go ahead and put on these little clip nuts right here that he provides for you, and that way we can get our speakers mounted up, and then we're going to run our speaker wire down under the seat, attach it to the factory wiring, and he even provides zip ties for you to keep that up out of the way. There's the information. I'll post a picture of it and get it up there for everybody to be able to see it better. And I'll put a link in the comments. Alright, there we go. Here's the finished product. We don't have them hooked up yet. We've got a whole stereo system that we're getting ready to build, so it's going to take a little bit before we can see how they sound. One of the things I didn't show was getting this trunk lid fixed on here. The hinges were molded into the fiberglass, so they broke loose. Ended up drilling through here, put these stainless bolts in, and bolted the hinge back to the body itself. Probably going to go ahead and drill the other side just to match it up. Eventually I'll build a stainless panel right here, cover up a lot of this, and kind of make it look better. Does it look great now? No. Is it functional? It is now. So, getting it functional, getting it safe to ride is the main thing that we had to do. I think that's going to be it for this episode of Flying Wrench Garage. Got quite a bit done on the bike. By the end of this week, we should get the fairing in. Like to get the fairing on, headlights in it, be able to take this thing for a ride. You're going to go down to the BMV and get license plates on it and get the title work done. My goal is to have this up and rideable by May 18th so I can go to the Blessing of the Bikes at Killcare Raceway in Xenia, Ohio. I wanted to also point out that all the products that we featured in this episode from Engineered Adapters were bought with my own money. There was no sponsorship or anything. Engineered Adapters is just a company that I believe in. Yeah, I believe they make great products, and I like what they do as far as providing lighting and audio equipment for the Kawasaki 1700 motorcycles. I'll post his information up right after this. Also wanted to thank everyone who's checked out my videos and has liked and subscribed to them, and let me know what you'd like to see. And if you haven't liked and subscribed the videos, go ahead and do that now. It doesn't cost you anything, helps me out. And hit that little bell. It's like right there, right there. Hit that bell. That way you'll be notified of new episodes. We're going to continue to work on this even once we get it up and going. There'll be a lot of things, especially this winter, that I want to get dialed in. The key to this whole project is to just get the bike rideable and safe so we can enjoy it for the summer. And then during the winter, when there's snow on the ground, we'll be able to do other stuff with it. I'll also be posting videos all summer long on rides that I go to, places that we're going to go out to eat, and rides that we go on, and just general riding videos. Maybe we'll get a couple trips in there. Not sure. We have to see what this summer brings. You know, if there's something that you guys want to see, let me know. And that's pretty much it. So probably sometime after next weekend, we'll have another video out. Until then, we'll see you. Thanks for watching Flying Wrench Garage.